trying to set this camera up. What is up, y'all? So this video I've been wanting to do for a while. I was supposed to do this before I even came out of town, but you know, life be a little crazy. So now that I have some free time, I'm about to do it. And basically I'm going to react to my 15 and pregnant video. If you guys are new here, my 15 and pregnant video was like my first video on my channel. It was the first video that made me really, you know, start my YouTube journey. The first video that a lot of people connected with me and learned about me a little bit and was like, girl, we need to see your life, like what's up. So definitely, like, if you was here from day one, I love y'all. If you was here from day one, you already know, like, this was my video. And I haven't seen it in so long. Like, seriously, I haven't seen this video in, I don't know, because I don't like going back and watching myself all the time. Like, I know that's weird, but I don't like going back and watching myself. In this video, I already know I was shy. Like, I was definitely shy. It's gonna be this focus that's gonna really get on my nerves, y'all, for real. Okay, I hope it stay like that. Oh yeah, so let me pull up this video. I'm gonna be watching it on here, and I'm gonna have it right here or somewhere for y'all to be watching it too. And we're gonna get started. Oh my god, 6.5 million, damn. Okay. Turn it up. Wait, hold on. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, everything. Show love, y'all. Share this with your friends, your friends, your mama, your daddy, everybody, y'all. And get your girl to 800,000. Okay, let's get to it. Wait. Y'all, can we just take a second to appreciate the weight gain? Like, for real, because oh my god, like, all in my face, y'all, like, I look like a totally different person. Like, that shit is scary to me. Hold on, let me rewind this. That just threw me off. Like,
my name is Unique, and in this video I will be talking about teen pregnancy and my personal story on how I found out I was pregnant at 15 and had my daughter at 16. So yeah, and
girl, I was shy on here.
Anybody out there that's going through a similar situation and don't know what to do, or if there's anybody out there that's young and sexually active,
y'all, I'm finna get on myself.
Trust me, it can, because I didn't think it could happen to me, but it did. So yep. Alright, so this is how I found out I was pregnant.
Wait, and pause. It's the fact that, y'all, I did not have a bra on this video, and this is around the time I was breastfeeding. Oh baby, they was sitting. They were definitely sitting. Okay, ooh.
I was pregnant the day after the 4th of July, and for like 2 weeks before that, I kept getting these weird symptoms. Like, I would wake up at 5 in the morning to go pee, and that was weird for me because I was a heavy sleeper. I would always sleep throughout the night, and just waking up 2 weeks in a row literally at 5 in the morning to go use the restroom, it was weird. I was just like, what? So I had googled it, and the first thing that popped up was pregnancy and then pregnancy symptoms, frequent urination, and I was just like, but I brushed it off. I was just like, nah, that's not me. So
bitch, it was you.
I kept getting bad cramps for like the whole 2 weeks, and I really didn't pay it any mind because I usually got bad period cramps, and I just thought my period was about to come down. But it lasted for 2 weeks. I was just like, okay, where's my period? But it didn't show up. So before I even missed my period, I kind of like knew something was wrong because of the cramps and everything, but I just didn't pay any mind.
Some more room for me.
Okay, I'm back. So,
oh my god.
Alright, so I had woke up at 5 in the morning again to, you know, go use the restroom. And
the restroom, y'all. I'm so weak right now.
And I was like, what? Like, it was really weird. So I had googled it, and the first thing that popped up, of course, was pregnancy.
Because you was pregnant.
So I was just like, something is not right. And you know, you could just tell when something is not right with your body. So it's like I knew something was going on, and I kind of had a feeling that I was. The more that I seen pregnancy pop up, I was just like, you know, what is it? So that's when I kind of started to know. And I called my friend Corey, and it was like 5 in the morning, so she's sleepy, like, why is this girl calling me? But she answered. So when she answered, you know, I was telling her all my symptoms, everything that I was having, and how I was scared and stuff, and I was just jumping to conclusions, like, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that, and she was just like, calm down, what if you're overreacting, you need to take a test before you start doing all of that. And she said that because out of all my friends, I'm the overdramatic one. I'm the one that just does the most and overthinks everything. So she was just like, you know, you're probably overthinking, so just calm down. And I was just like, okay, hung up.
Oh, hold on, y'all.
Calm down at all. I was still scared because it's like I knew something was wrong. So I had called my older friend and I told her about everything. So she had dropped me off a pregnancy test later on that day. So I had FaceTime Corey and I went to the restroom. And I was, you know, unboxing it, taking out the box. And I did not take it serious. I was just like, okay, it's probably gonna come up negative. So, you know, I was just still in denial that couldn't happen to me. Because I was just like, no, that's not the plan for my life. That's just not what's gonna go down. So,
but it is those things.
No. So I had read the directions and it was basically like pee on the stream and wait like 2 minutes and your results will pop up. So I had followed the directions and I put the test down, and before I could even take my finger off of the test, I sent 2 lines and the second one was like a little white. And I was just like, and then like 10 seconds later it got real dark, and then that's when my heart dropped. I could not breathe. I cried.
Literally.
And cried and cried and cried. And my friend was just like, what does it say? What does it say? What does it say? And I couldn't even get it out. I started crying somewhere. I was just like, it says I'm pregnant. And she was just in shock. Like, she couldn't believe it. And I was just on the floor just crying. Because, come on now, like, I'm 15. Positive pregnancy test. I'm pregnant. Like, what in the world? So I had went to my room and I cried the whole rest of the day. And I was just thinking in my head, I was like, hold on, this was a Family Dollar test, so this test probably not even accurate.
Not
so
knowing that those are accurate.
Any little excuse to negate the fact that I was pregnant. So I went to my friend's house the next day and told her mom. So her mom took me to Walmart, got 2 clear blue tests, and went back to her house. So my friend had took the test. I was like, you need to take this test so I can make sure that these results are real, accurate, you know, all of that. So she had took the test, and of course it came up negative. Then I took the test, came up positive. So at that moment, I was just really scared and crying, and, you know, trying to analyze everything and think, okay, how am I going to be able to tell my mom? How am I going to, you know, deal with this? And I was just really, really scared. So my friend's mom was there telling me, you know, everything's going to be okay. You do need to tell your mom. And I was not trying to hear none of that because I really just wanted this whole situation to just disappear. And me telling my mom was my biggest fear because I knew it would hurt her. And that was the last thing I wanted to do. And a lot of people were probably like, okay, so why would you do what you was doing to get pregnant then? And when you're a teenager, to be honest, sometimes you just don't think about what you're doing and you make careless decisions and you just don't think about the consequences of what you're doing at that moment. So it was just me being stupid and young and dumb.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I had went 2 weeks without telling my mom, and for those 2 weeks, my friends and her mom and the boy and his mom was basically telling me, you know, you do need to tell your mom. You can tell your mom. We need to know what we're gonna do about this whole thing. So I'm just scared, and I did not want to tell her for nothing. So one day we was at a barbecue, and we was on the way back. We was in the car. We was lit. We was having a good little time.
It was fun, and that food was good
as well.
too.
She got this message, and she was just like, "You need, what is this?" And she showed me, and then I read it, and it says, "Give you need your pregnancy test and delete this one."
Oh, I remember that.
And it's from a text freedom. So at that moment, my heart went in my butt.
Literally.
And I was just scared. I'm just like, are you serious? Like, who would send this to her phone? Like, who is this? Who knows about this that would just...
Wait, y'all, so I know I probably didn't stay in the video because I remember a lot of people commenting like, who who went and spilled the beans, who went and said something. So it was my friend's mom. She ended up going and texting my mama because she felt like she was helping my mama out. That's what she had said. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But she was the one who had ended up telling my mama. And oh y'all, let's watch it.
So I'm just really scared. And then my mom was just like, who would do this? Are you pregnant? Do you have something you need to tell me? She was just doing all of that. And I'm just like, no, it's probably somebody playing on your phone. You know, I'm just trying to come up with every little stupid excuse to just get her mind off of this. But at that moment, I knew she was just going to find out really, really soon.
Definitely.
Because my mom just does not let anything go. And she was going to get to the bottom of it. And yeah, so she was just, I could tell she was trying to believe me, but then she was just like, something don't seem right. So when we had got home, I heard her tell my grandma she was gonna get some pregnancy tests. So then that's when I had got on my phone and I was just searching for ways on how to get a negative pregnancy test because I was not ready for her to know still. So it was basically like you could mess up the chemical balance in the test by putting it in toilet water or, you know, just basically diluting the part that you pee on. So I did that when she came. I basically put the test in the toilet water.
Ooh, wait y'all, I was literally walking out on faith when I did this because it's just like I always feel like I'm the type of person like when I do stuff it might work for other people but it will not work for me. So me doing it, like I'm just like okay, like I just read this but I'm hoping it worked for real, and y'all it actually had ended up working. So I was definitely scared because if she would have just found out right then and there, like, I don't know. So I'm kind of happy everything played out how it did because I couldn't be face to face with her when she found out. Like, I knew that would, ooh. So yeah, let's watch.
And then she was just like, thank God you get on birth control regardless if you're doing it or not. And that's when I really just felt bad because I was just like, oh my God.
Like, it's too late for that.
How is she going to feel when she does find out that I am pregnant? So, the next day, she had called me in her room and she was like, come here. And I was just like, yes. And then that's when she was just like, I had a dream.
Oh, it was the I had a dream.
Like, oh my God, because every time she says that means she did have a dream about something. And usually all her dreams is very accurate. So she was like, I had a dream that I gave her a pregnancy test just to give it to you again. And it ended up coming up positive. And I asked her who the father was, and she said the boy's name. And that's when I really got scared. I was like, oh my God. And that's when I knew she was really just gonna have to find out soon, and I had to tell her. So I was just like, oh, are you serious? Wow, that's crazy. And
Not
I was
as
just
crazy.
saying all of this. I go back in my room, close my door, I get on the phone. Yo, I think I'm about to tell her. I'm gonna just tell her. So I had it made up in my mind that I'm gonna tell her later on that day. So yeah, I had went in her room when she went to work, and I had got one of the pregnancy tests, and I took it because it was 3 that came in a pack. You know, I had used one of them the night before, and I had took one of them to take. So of course it came up positive, and I put it in my room, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna show her when she get here, and I'm gonna tell her. So I hear my grandma on the phone downstairs.
Oh Lord.
And she's really loud, so I heard everything she was saying. And she's on the phone. She was like, oh, for real? Okay, I'm gonna go up there right now. I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna look at her when she's taking it. And she ends up, and I hear her coming up the stairs, and I'm scared. I'm just like, oh my God, she's about to find out what is going on. So she comes up the stairs. She looks at me. She's like, come here. And I go, and I'm just like, yes. And she was just like, you finna take the test. I'm finna look at you right when you take it.
And she did.
So she was just like, go in the bathroom. And I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God, she knows something. So I go to the bathroom. And I wait on her to come in there. So she comes in there, she has a cup, and she was just like, pee in this cup. So I'm just like, okay. So she has a little plastic cup, and I'm just standing up trying to pee in it, but I can't because, you know, I had just took the other test, and I just peed, so I didn't do it. So she's staring at me, and my mom is on the phone the whole time, and she has her on speakerphone. So mom was just like, did she take it yet? Did she take it yet? And my grandma goes, no, I'm looking at her right now. She up here trying to do something slick. I'm looking at her, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm scared. And my mom was like, give her the phone, give her the phone. And I was like, yes. And she was just like, is there anything that you need to tell me? And I'm up there hesitating, like, okay, should I tell her now? What should I do? And I didn't answer for a second. She was just like, hello. And I was like, yes. I'm up there stuttering, just scared. And she was like, what is it? And I was like, I might be pregnant. And I'm still beating
might be, girl. I knew I was pregnant.
But I was like, okay, yeah, I'm pregnant. So I was just like, I might be pregnant. And she was just like, why you say that? And I gave my grandma the phone. I was just like, I can't pee. I just peed. I had took a test earlier, and I was gonna show you later on tonight. So I had went to my room, got the test, and I showed it to my grandma. She was on the phone. Yep, she's pregnant. And I just hear my mom cry. And I'm about to cry. But it really just hurt my heart because I never intentionally wanted to hurt my mom. And just knowing everything that she did for me and me just going, it's like a slap in her face. So I was just really sad. I was just up there crying right along with her. And so she was just like, give your grandma back the phone. And I did. And my
wow, it's the innocent for me because, bitch, you know you're not innocent.
And I just really felt bad. Like, my whole world felt like it was just coming to an end. So my mom was at work. She had ended up getting off work early. And she had came home. And I'm thinking she's just going to come in and probably just do something real crazy to me. But right when she came in, she was just like, are you okay? And stuff like that. And I told her I was having the bad cramps, so she ended up taking me to the ER because it was like close to like 10 at night when she came home. So she ended up taking me to the ER, and that's when we was just waiting and waiting and waiting because they have you waiting forever in the ER.
Ain't do, girl.
And she was just like, no, what do you want to do? And I told her I didn't know because at the time I didn't, like, she was just finding out I was pregnant. You know, she just found out, and I didn't want to, like, I was really thinking selfishly at the time. So I was just like, you know, I don't want to be responsible for a child. I don't want to throw away my teenage youth. And I was just like, you know, abortion. So I told her, I was like, I don't know, I could get rid of it. And I was like, I mean, that's what seems best. And she was just like, I mean, it's whatever you want to do. So they had finally called us back, and they took my blood. They tested me for every STD that there is out there, and they took my urine, and they gave us a room. So we waited hours after that, and then the lady had finally came in the room, and she was just basically like, congrats, honey, you're pregnant. And I'm like,
congratulations.
Nothing, because I mean, this is nothing to be happy about right now. So she was just like, you know, you're negative for all the STDs, telling me all of that. And she was just like, we would just like to confirm that you really are pregnant. So they took me to the ultrasound floor, and I had my first ultrasound there. And that's when my whole perspective on a lot of things changed. Because right when they gave me that first ultrasound and I seen my baby for the first time, I mean, even though she didn't even look like the baby, it was just like this. She literally looked like this, and I seen something going like boom, boom, boom. So the lady was basically like, the baby has heartbeat. And I was like, oh my God, that lady was kicking in. It's really a whole human, a living person growing inside of me. Like, what in the world? So the lady had gave us a list of OBs to go to, and we had left, and it was like 6 in the morning then. So we had left, and when I got home, my mom was just like, you know, do you know what you want to do? And I was just like, I don't know. She was just like, you need to know soon.
Y'all, that had to be like the hardest decision to make. Like, honestly, I don't know what was going on in my head at the time to really make me say, yeah, like, let me go ahead and have a baby at 15, 16. Like, that's how I know, like, it was only God, like, that was just telling me, because I needed this. Like, I feel like my life would not be where it is right now without my baby, because she is the one pushing me to go hard, like, at a young age. Like, my priorities are straight, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it was just like, damn, like, what was I thinking? That's a hard decision to make. Like, okay, am I gonna have a baby at this age, or am I just gonna abort it and just act like it didn't happen because I have a heart? Like, And I'm not saying girls that don't get an abortion just don't have a heart. You know what I'm saying? Of course not. But the way, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to put it into words right now, y'all. But let's play.
So that's when I had thought that night, and I was looking on YouTube at different girls that had gotten an abortion and how they felt about it, and girls that were young and had their baby, you know, how they felt about it. And I just prayed on it, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what I want to do. So the next morning, it was like 12. She had woke me up, and she was just like, you know, what do you want to do? And I was just like, I'm gonna keep it. And I couldn't believe I said that. Like, oh my God, I'm finna keep a baby. I'm finna be a mom. I'm finna have a baby. Like, what in the world? And she was just like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I'm behind you 100%. So that's why. So right when I made the decision and knew that I was keeping her for sure, that's when I went out, got a job, and immediately started working. And I worked till I was up to 8 months pregnant, and I had to stop because of health issues. But I had went out and got a job because, you know, I didn't want to put the responsibility of me having a child on my mom, even though she was behind me 100%. You know, made sure that she had everything she needed if I was missing something. You know, I didn't want her to feel like she was going to be responsible most of the time. And I wanted to show her that I was responsible. So, you know, I went out, got a job. It's had its ups and downs, of course, but at the end of the day, it made me a stronger person. And her being here is doing nothing but just motivating me to do better in my life and go 20 times harder in everything.
It's the hair for me, Amore.
To make sure that I get where I need to be in life and make sure that she's okay, she's straight, she has everything that she needs, plus more. And baby, she's gonna have it. Say, yes, I am. Oh my God, But yeah, so I'm not promoting teenage pregnancy, saying go out there, get pregnant. You know, I'm not doing that. But I am saying if you are in a similar situation or, you know, you're going through this, it's not the end of the world. And the way I look at it is that God doesn't put you through anything that you can't handle. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, even if you are going through a dark situation and you feel down or you just think that, you know, nothing's going to get better. It is, because He doesn't put you through nothing that you can't handle. So that's the way I look at it, and I just stay positive about everything. And I'm just really thankful. So yeah, that's my story, and I do hope that it has helped somebody out there. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments.
Y'all, oh my God. So it was crazy watching that. I want to say, like, back then I was lost. Like, I don't know. I'm just happy for the growth mentally and emotionally and physically and everything, y'all, because oh my God, like me back then, like I've definitely grown into a person that I want to be. Like the person that I always imagined that I want to be, like I'm slowly becoming that person. I'm not all the way there yet, y'all, because it's definitely some shit I gotta work on, but I'm getting there. I'm happy that I actually decided to do this reaction video because I needed to do that. I did. But yeah, so the real ones already know, y'all, that was my first video. If you're new here, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button because y'all gonna love it here, period. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm about to get up and get my life together and continue on with this trip. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.